So simple movements done regularly at specific intervals. You have to do it regularly at specific. So in therapeutic yoga, we teach people, okay, do it 2 to 3 times a day at regular intervals, just like you have food. Okay, so again, you're sending that positive energy, and then relaxation also is a part of it. Why doing simple things? Because it's not only just about stretching, but after stressing or stretching, relaxing the organ becomes very important, which unfortunately so many of the teachers are not even talking about. Shavasana is given so much of importance in our processes of healing therapies, because that is the time when you're really harnessing the energy and absorbing it in the body. And so many yoga teachers overlook it or don't talk about it because it looks so boring. So we don't have to make things exciting from outside, but therapeutically we have to understand why simple practices are more powerful than doing complicated ones.
I also personally experienced it, so that's why I really can vouch for what you're saying. It's like, as I said, I did the gym, I did all the fast-paced workout, and to be very frank, with all my poor bone health, at that time my bone health was also weak, so it didn't help me much. I was feeling more tired and weak after the session rather than energetic. And
that's one of the things which I hear from almost all my students when I started teaching, because I hadn't done much of yoga outside the ashram. And when I meet people and they have been doing 5 years, 10 years yoga, and say, I feel so tired after my practice. I said, no, it doesn't happen in proper yoga when do it properly. And then I see, okay, they are not really giving the right amount of space in between of each practice. It's just like doing 1, 2nd, 3rd posture, 4th posture, 5th posture, till the time you don't fall. You're making it like a gym. Okay, you're doing it constantly. Even in the gym, you're told to take rest before you go to the next one. There's a proper sequence for that. And because you're not doing shavasana, this is what I found, people are not really paying attention to that. There are always too much of energy is higher in the body, and that energy then creates a lot of tiredness. Instead of really giving them positive way, they're feeling more tired after half an hour, 30 minutes, and they end up being more tired throughout the day.
Yes, I think that's why it puts people away also from who are doing regular physical activities, because even when people who come to me for therapeutic healing and all that, when I say, okay, do exercise, do stretches, it's like, no, I don't feel good after these stretches, exercises. And there's so many excuses for not doing it, and it gives a bad name to the stretches. But I personally
coming rightly from their past anubhavas and experiences from other yoga therapies or yoga sessions where they might have injured some of the organs, and sometimes the pain remains for next 10-15 days if you overstretch an organ immediately without following the right process. So following the right process in any therapy, and including yoga therapy and other alternate therapy, is very important, under the right mentorship and guidance in the observation of a therapist. A lot of time we try to copy from watching a YouTube video, and that's why I really do not like to share a lot of videos online, because it doesn't make sense if you don't understand the scientific meaning behind it and the energy principle behind it, which you need the guru energy to be there. This was the biggest learning in the ashram, Anita, for me.
Definitely. And then comes the medications for diabetes control. So as we said, for type 2 diabetes, they have given different medications where it increases the sensitivity of the cells to the insulin, or it increases the insulin production, and this is all is okay for short period. What happens over a long period is the body is tired, stressed. You give these medications. For sometimes it accepts it because it has no other go. But after sometimes it really retaliates and says nothing doing.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. You start with one medication, a small dosage, and then we start with the minimum. Then progressively the dosages start increasing, and then you use different combinations, because what happens is now, since the quality of the glucose is not good, the cells are not able to respond. When you give one type of medications, the blood sugar levels are not going to come down, so they give up some 2-3 combinations where you ultimately somehow make the cells accept the glucose and clear the glucose from the blood, and ultimately they come with side effects.
Yeah.
Side effects where you're taking these medications to improve your blood sugar levels, but these the same medications will also worsen your digestion process. That's the first side effect. Bloating, the nausea, or the effect on the liver, the effect on the kidneys. And progressively, the more medications, the more side effects.
Right.
So most of the people with diabetes, if you know, or taking medications, they have this condition called coughing, chronic coughing. They keep coughing. Is it because I have been taking diabetes medication for 20 years, 30 years? I get this cough, dry cough. Because there's so much of toxin in the body, so much heat produced because of the toxins. The lungs are very sensitive. In acupuncture, we give a lot of importance. The lungs are very sensitive to the climatic changes, very sensitive to the temperature changes of the body. So then obviously lungs will also start. So people with diabetes, so if you see in the allopathy scenario, people who take these medications, they have wheezing, asthma, and the complications keep increasing. So that also makes you at risk for cancer. You could see the medical journals or TV where they advertise, especially now with the month of November being the diabetes month. You can see so many advertisements, at least down here in South, you get so many advertisements, the complications, focusing on the complications. It's like putting a lot of fear into your body and mind.
Yeah.
So it causes a lot of side effects. The side effects adds to the complications the body is already facing. It's like you're burdening to the body which is already tired.
And that's why we have got so many beautiful pranayamas, which are just simple breathing techniques, and they purify your lungs on a regular basis. I personally like to go to mountains, Himalayan retreats when I go, Only thing, I invest so much of time, energy and money there because I get at least some pure oxygen, fresh oxygen from a city environment which is full of pollution, and cleanse naturally my lungs from in and out. And it's really powerful. Even a 3-day retreat when I spend there, I really detoxify with the right yogic practices done, and it recharges me and revitalizes every cell or every alveoli of my lungs. And it becomes so important here to understand why then one disease is creating the other, and if we are not doing anything for our body, if we're not investing in the right manner with the right natural therapies, we will never be able to come out and get freedom from diabetes or any other disease. Yeah. Let's go to the last part, and we have talked about all of these things. Let's move on to the last segment. We've understood so many things, Anita, so far. We've understood what is diabetes, causes of diabetes, symptoms, complications, how normally we are so far treating diabetes. But the ultimate question comes, are we still able to control blood sugar levels? And which is something unanswered, that so many of us are doing so many things for so many years, thinking it will happen, but finding no solution. Is there really a solution? Can we really do something in natural ways? How have you done it?
Yeah, I can really resonate with that. As I said, I did everything the doctors asked me to do for so many years. It's not just 1 or 2 years, for so many years. I was not able to control my sugar levels. In my childhood, my sugars were never under control. And as I said, when I started putting the insulin pump and my sugar levels were under control, my health deteriorated. I lost my strength, my vitality, my stamina, everything. So my personal experiences have taught me that you need to have an integrative approach. Integrative approach where the correct dietary practices, the right exercises, the stretches, movements, the right stress control, freeing up your mind, the right medications, and the right attitude also.
Right.
So all this goes hand in hand. It's like what you want, and the best way is how much effort are you willing to put. Most of the time we just leave our health to the hands of a doctor. Doctor says you have blood sugar levels. So what should I do? So the doctor says, I will prescribe you medicines and diet, and the nutrition is going to give you the diet chart, everything. We're blindly following them. It's like, is it suitable for me? Is the diet they're prescribing for me suitable for me? The food they're asking me to eat, can my body tolerate the food? We don't think about all these things. We basically like surrender our body, our health in the hands of the healthcare providers, the doctors.
Instead of surrendering, we're not taking actually the responsibility. We're
Exactly.
avoiding taking the responsibility. That's we're trying to outsource it with some medicines or money. Ultimately, we need to understand, this is what we teach in yoga and classical yoga, that you have to take your own responsibility. You have seen my workshops, I'm repeatedly saying, take your responsibility, take your responsibility. If you don't want, don't come to my courses, because I cannot help you. In nature cannot help you if you're not going to follow the nature's laws, right? And in yoga therapy, in alternate therapies, you're trying to just live a natural life first. And that's exactly when we even do naturopathy retreats, and we recommend the diets of naturopathy. Within 1 week, within 10 days, people have reduced their sugar levels drastically, which is like never before, because they have changed so many things. And then cosmic healing therapies we teach, we're just connecting with cosmos, the universe. Within 10 days, we are seeing results, right?
I'm the best example for that, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, see, as I said, there were so many years of programming to eat. And when you first said, let's do a 9-day fasting, I was like really open to it, because I was looking for ways to break the cycle of eating, the constant eating. And it was a real eye-opener for me.
We were very happy. 9 days, I don't have to eat. 30 years, I've been eating now.
Yeah.
Good.
Not that I didn't eat, but I just ate enough so that my sugars were like,
right,
didn't go down. So
now your condition is on type 1 diabetes,
yeah.
right? In type 2 diabetes, it's so easy to, you can really reduce it and to zero and reduce your medicines. We have the process of tapering the medicines, as we say. Slowly we reduce, and making the adjunct therapy with yoga and the alternate therapies and the modern medicine. And slowly in 1 or 2 months, we can completely get rid of, even in a chronic diabetes situation. And those who are in pre-diabetic or early diabetes, they can immediately get a lot of benefit within a month, 30 days of time of our program. And we have seen so many results coming up. Yeah. So I think that's a good information we have tried to give in to all the viewers today. Yeah. And hope this video inspires lots and lots of people. And I would request all the viewers to please share this video in your social medias with your friends, where you can create some awareness in life of people who are thinking it's incurable, there's no solution possible. Believe me, you can cure, you can treat diabetes very well and have it in control. Your blood sugars can be in control for the rest of your life if you just follow a process. Thousands of people have cured and healed themselves, have found solutions, and you too can also find a solution. It's only the thing, are you ready to take your responsibility? Are you ready to invest your time, money, energy into a system which is going to give you abundance? Thank you, Anita, and we'll be making more videos to educate more and more people here, and let's hope to inspire thousands and thousands of people get freedom from diabetes. Namaskar. Thank you.
Namaskar and thank you.